Facebook ads or Google ads? What's actually better for your car detailing business? Well, it depends on a lot of things. In this video, I break down the pros and cons of each and which one's actually best for you based on your situation. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ryan Khan. I took my own service business to over $1 million per year by the age of 21. I run the largest marketing company for mobile car detailers in the entire world, and we've generated over $40 million for mobile detailers over the last few years. Let's start with Google. Google ads, pros and cons. The pros are that Google leads are warmer. These are high intent leads searching for car detailing in the moment. They want car detailing right now on their car. The intent is high, they're ready to purchase, they're ready to buy. They're very hot leads. The downsides to Google ads are just about everything else. There's high competition for Google ads in a very small part of the market. Let me explain. Only 3% of the market is ready to buy at any given moment. Let's say I have 100% in a pie. Only a small slice, 3% are ready to buy right now. Those people who are ready to buy, they usually either call a detailer they already know, they ask their friends or family for the detailer they use, or they go on Google and search for one. Which leads me to the second con, which is that Google ads are very competitive usually. You don't need to be very technically advanced or understand marketing or advertisement at a high level to get your Google ads up and running. Being profitable with them is a whole different thing. That means a lot of detailers do it. So you have multiple detailers competing with you for this one small segment of the market that's ready to buy today. In most areas, even if you're in a big town, there's only maybe 10 to 30 people per day searching for car detailing in your local area, which is not many people if there's 100+ mobile detailers in your area and a dozen of them are running Google ads. This is called a red ocean in business. There's red ocean and there's blue oceans. Red oceans are saturated, competitive marketing channels or industries where there's lots of blood in the water. There's high competition, hence red ocean. Blue ocean is where there is not much competition. There's a lot of opportunity still. We're seeing lots of detailers who come to us who have been doing Google ads for the last few months or years, saying that their cost per click or cost per customer is rising very high. It's getting higher and higher every single year because as more competition enters, they usually go to the easy stuff like Google ads first. And the next con is why most detailers who are running Google ads plateau for years and never are able to scale and reach the next level before they learn this. Remember, you're only reaching 3% of the market, a sliver of that 3% actually, because some of that 3% will just call a detailer they already have, or they will get a referral from a friend or family member. You're only getting maybe 1 or 2% of the market that's actually searching on Google for car detailing. Because of that, it's so small and so limited the amount of people you can actually reach. If you want to scale to big numbers like 50,000+, 20,000, 15,000, 10,000+, even $20,000 a month consistently, it's very tough. How you know you've reached the scaling ceiling is when you try to spend more money on Google ads and Google literally doesn't spend the budget because there's not enough people searching for the term to click on your ad. Or number two, when you increase your Google ad budget and for the extra money you spend, you barely get any ROI back. You experience strong diminishing returns to where it's not even worth it to spend that extra money. And you find that you can't scale profitably past $30 or $40 or $50 a day or $1,000 a month on ads. Look at Drew with Northwoods Mobile Detailing, who we took from $10,000 to $15,000 a month to the largest car detailing company in the state of Minnesota and took him to a $70,000 a month. He was stuck for almost 6 months last year in that $10,000 to $15,000 a month range, relying only on Google ads to get clients. Whenever he tried to scale his Google ads, he would either spend a bunch more money and barely get anything back, or they wouldn't actually spend the budget. He was stuck at that range for months. When he first started working on us, he said, "Hey Rayon, my goal is I want to hit a $50,000 month before the end of the year." I guaranteed him that we can take him there as long as he follows exactly everything I lay out for him as a roadmap. Within 3 months, we not only surpassed $50,000, we hit a $70,000 month in October in Minnesota, which is a colder month, using Facebook and Instagram ads. Which leads me to Meta and Facebook and Instagram ads. What are the pros and cons with that? Before we dive into Meta ads though, if you're a detailer who's hungry, ambitious, and you want to go full-time and all in on your detailing business and scale up past $10,000, $20,000, even $50,000 a month, and you're serious about this business, you're not like the side hustlers out there, you're not like maybe your friends or family who are at your age, who are just kind of going through college, working the job, kind of taking it unserious, you're trying to get serious and make a lot of money in your life right now at a young age, and you see mobile detailing as the best opportunity in front of you to do that, you're all in on this business and entrepreneurship, I want to invite you to apply to take a trial of our program at Rocket Detailer, where we'll help you take your detailing company past 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 a month. If you're working a 9-to-5 job and you're serious about quitting, we'll help you do that. If you're in college and you're serious about dropping out, we'll help you do that. If you're already full-time and you want to hit that first 10,000 a month or tack on that next 10,000 and hit 30,000, 40,000, 50, 60, $70,000 a month, like we've helped dozens of people hit, and I want to invite you to click the first link in the description. Now, Working with us is not for everybody. We do not work with people who don't want to actually go all in to grow their business. We don't work with people who treat it like a side hustle. You want to go all in, you want to escape the 9 to 5, escape all that, and get ahead of everyone else who's your age through mobile detailing. I want to invite you to click the first link in the description. Apply for our trial. It's not for everybody. We'll qualify you. If you qualify, I'll see you on the other side. The first con is they're complex to set up and do right. Now you can go boost a post to get some views, and that doesn't mean you're going to get a good ROI. For example, with Drew, that month we hit a $70,000 month. We got about a 7x ROI. For every $1 we put into meta ads, he made about 7 back, which is really great at scale. So the reason meta ads are complex is I want you to imagine you're knocking doors. You have 3 seconds to hook them, and maybe they let you get into your pitch before they slam the door right shut in your face and you're on to the next one. Door-to-door is tough, as many of you know. Interruption marketing like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok ads is exactly like digital door-to-door knocking. You're trying to convince random strangers in 3 seconds before they swipe off your ad why they should purchase your service when they've never heard about you and they don't even want car detailing right now. They don't even want the service. It's tough. Well, guess what? That complexity and difficulty also makes it a pro too, because what that means is there'll be low competition. It's a blue ocean. Not many people will do it. Most of the people who start will give up and fail because it's very difficult to actually get profitable Facebook and Instagram ads up and running for your detailing company that work. And it's a pro because if you can spend the years and get really good at marketing to actually make it work, or you apply to work with people like my team and we just make it work for you like that because we've already put the years in, it's something that most detailers, 99% of them in your area, won't be able to compete on you with because it's like a moat. Warren Buffett talks about how he only wants to work with businesses that have a moat. A moat is something where you have walls around your castle. Not anybody can just come in and copy what you're doing because it's difficult to replicate. So when detailers we work with, even if they have no meta ads experience or marketing experience and they're just a commodity like every other detailer in their area, when we work with them, we blow their competition out the water because the other detailers just can't compete with the amount of data, technology, and skills we have. So it's difficult, which makes it a con, but it's also a pro too, because few people can compete with you if you get it right. Now your options are you either go spend the next few years trying to master advertising on your own, you work with my team and we set up profitable advertising for you from day one. You skip the learning curve and just skip the tens of thousands of dollars in opportunity costs. We take you there from day one. Another pro is that it has way more scale than Google. With meta ads, you're reaching all 100% of the pie, not just a sliver of the 3%. Let me explain. Everybody scrolls through Facebook and Instagram. The average American spend hours scrolling every single day. You'll show up on the feeds of people who are maybe already looking for detailing, but you'll also show up on the feeds of the other 97% of people who aren't looking for detailing, who you can convince to become potential customers. That's the masses, right? You can reach the masses of people, and that's where the gold is. If you can build the skill of building marketing campaigns that are good enough to take strangers, cold people into warm leads, into actual customers through advertising, you can take over your city and have a license to legally print money. That's why with people like Drew, his Google ads never brought him more than $10,000 to $15,000 a month, and he was never able to scale them past $1,500 a month top in ad spend because he's only reaching the small portion of people, that 3%. With meta ads, while he was working with us, we took him to $230 a day in ad spend profitably. He was consistently doing 7 to 12 jobs a day while keeping 6 full-time team members at the time busy. We wanted to spend even more money on ads and get past 12 jobs a day consistently. But the challenge he was facing is that he literally couldn't hire, recruit, and train people enough to keep up with all the jobs we were getting him from our meta ad system. We kept his guys too busy, and next month was November, which is very cold in a state like Minnesota. So he decided to pull back instead of to keep scaling because most of his guys wouldn't want to work in the cold weather. And side note, when we reached December, in January, his ads were still printing. We were consistently getting 7 to 10x ROI still, even through the winter when snow was coming. We tweaked the marketing and we were still able to get him really great results. And his Google ads, they went radio silent throughout winter because not many people are searching for car detailing during the winter, but people are still scrolling through Facebook and Instagram. The lesson here is that on Facebook and Instagram, we were able to scale up to $230 per day profitably. And we could have kept going and scaled even more, but the issue became we didn't have enough capacity to handle that much work for him. You can't achieve that kind of scale with Google, not even 20%. Try spending $100 to $200 a day on Google ads. Maybe some people can pull it off. 99% of markets won't be able to sustain it because there's just not enough people. So if you want to hit the big numbers quickly without going to spend 10 years being in business, relying on word of mouth and repeat customers, you're going to need to be able to advertise to the masses. And that's a skill that takes years to learn, because if it was easy, everyone would just do it. So final answer, if I had to pick one, I would usually go with Meta due to the scale it provides. If you're just starting out with Meta, you have a very solid foundation for a scalable marketing channel that will allow you to scale to whatever heights you want to reach. And if you're already up and running, doing 5,000 to 10,000 a month off Google or organic, Meta ads will provide you with the system you need so you can reach that next 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 a month in sales. It's like pouring gasoline on the fire. The real answer is both can be good if you know how to advertise, and you should do both. You shouldn't leave any money on the table. But if you're just starting out, I recommend you pick Meta ads and just go all in on that and scale. And then when you start to see diminishing returns with your Meta ads, that's what you can add Google or other stuff in, or vice versa. Now, if you want my team's help with setting up advertising for your detailing business, whether it's Google or Meta, if you qualify to work with us, we start you off with a free trial. You can click the first link in the description below where you just pay for ad spend. There's no investment or fee from our side. So we can see that you're really a good fit for us, and we can see that we want to work with you as well. We're all about long-term relationships. Now, our program is not for everybody. Ideally, if you're clicking that link below, you've already made your mind on detailing. You really love the business. You want to go full-time with it if you're not already full-time, or you're already full-time and you want to tack on the next $10, $20, $30,000 a month. We do not work with side hustlers. We do not work with people who don't see this being a full-time income for them within the next year. And we don't work with people who aren't willing to jump all in and who aren't willing to commit the time, energy, sacrifice required to actually make a business successful. We don't work with those people. But if that's not you, and you're someone who wants to escape and get ahead of all the peers who are your age by building a business quickly and fast and not having to go spend years on your own making all the mistakes, you want to work with people like my team and I who've already gone through all the mistakes, who've already put the years in, I want you to click the link in the description, and I'll see you on the other side. Apply for our free trial.